Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at the energy for the week of January 10th through the 16th. Check in a little bit on how that moon is working through there. Take a look at the Mercury retrograde that we have coming up. In fact, we're going to pull additional cards just for that, just to see how you can best utilize that next 6 to 8 weeks dealing with the retrograde transit. So here we go. We start off with the moon in Taurus at 9:47 a.m. on Monday. This energy is working with Mercury. So Mercury is already slow. It's slowing way, way down. It's in Aquarius. It's barely moving. It's squaring off with this energy bit, so it makes things slow. Perfect, though, for using that Taurus superpower of being able to take a look at things and see what needs to be reworked, revised. And so there's this practical energy that comes with it. So even though the retrograde isn't until Friday, Mercury's not moving. Not really. And so on Tuesday from 5 p.m. until Wednesday at 2:30 p.m., this is such great energy to be productive about wrapping things up, finishing things that you've been working on. Great time to do paperwork or anything that needs you to be to concentrate and to be patient and to work your way through. It could also be great for clearing things out and finishing, I don't know, cleaning out a closet or something like that. Great for doing taxes. Like really great energy around this. So high productivity coming up and being very practical in how you use your time. It's very practical energy. So then the moon is going to move into Gemini, and that happens at 10:08 p.m. on Wednesday evening. And the moon in Gemini now, that's trined with you. It's supportive, but the problem is because it's in Gemini and it's opposing Mars in Sagittarius. They're like going to oppose into a T-square, which the outlet point is Neptune and Pisces. So everything gets really confusing. Mercury goes retrograde at 6:41 a.m. on Friday anyways, before this happens, at 10 degrees of your sign. 10 degrees in 19 minutes. It's going to retrograde back to 24 degrees in 23 minutes of Capricorn. But this confusion this day, some of it is manufactured. Some people will be deliberately telling stories, deliberately omitting facts, deliberately causing confusion. And then others are just going to be confused, and maybe what they're saying is inaccurate, but they don't mean it to be that way. Or maybe you're just not completely understanding everything, and so it feels foggy and misty and very confused. And I just want to caution you to look out for the lies and the storytellers, but also that just because something appears to be a fact, it may not be. And so you be really discerning with this energy because it looks troublesome to me. It looks really troublesome. On Saturday, the moon is going to move into Cancer at 11:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. There is a time zone calculator. You may want to check that out. In the description box below, there's also a birth chart calculator in case you don't know what your rising sign is. But this feels like gateway energy because this moon moving into Cancer at 11:11 completes almost at the end at 27 degrees. There's a full moon on Monday the 17th. It is stepping through a portal, but on the way it is releasing and letting go. It's almost, to tell you what it really looks like to me, and they hadn't shown it to me. So this is special for you, Aquarius. It looks like it's like this narrow doorway that you step through, and as you go through it, it expands out, right? Like the moon. So the 11:11 and expands out. It's not going to allow you. It's almost like a funnel. It stops you from carrying everything with you. What are you going to release and what are you going to let go of? The moon is going to trine Jupiter in Pisces right around the time that, right after it gets there, just a few hours later. And then on Sunday, well, Jupiter, okay, so Jupiter, Moon, Jupiter, that's trine energy about what do you want to expand in your life. And for you, if you're Aquarius rising, that's your area of finances. That's self-worth, self-esteem. It's your value system. So pay attention to what that is. Wow, you guys got a lot of cards. Okay, so what is happening there is a need to discern what is worth keeping, what is worth letting go of that allows you to select what is of value to you. Venus has been working on what is of value to you for a while anyway. So you are the 11th sign I've done, and this is like the fourth or fifth time this card has come out. It's called levitation, but it's about meditation. It is about your belief system and self-mastery. So being in connection with spirit is a really big deal this week. The sun is going to conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn on Sunday. This is a lot of clarity around what needs to transform in your life. If you haven't really been able to figure it out, which I would be a little surprised at this point because this energy has been ongoing now for several months, since like the middle of November. But the moon is going to oppose Venus. And so it really highlights this energy, and I think the clarity. Like, I don't think the clarity has been around the confusion hasn't been around what we want to change. I think it's been around how to do it and what's the fallout. I feel like what's the fallout? Like, if I make this change, how does that impact my life? That feels very significant. So I need to really pay attention. What I love, though, is that you guys got your card, in my opinion. You got the cat, the independence card, right? If you watch my channel a lot, you know I have 2 Aquarius kids, and they are very individual from each other. Never mind how individual they are from the rest of the world. 2 Aquarians are alike, and that's the same I find with cats. They're very independent. So lean into your unique vantage point of the world, your perspective, your ability to take care of yourself. It says you are a natural healer. So I don't know if you know this, but our energy moves in one direction. Like, it rotates in one direction. And cats' energies rotate in the opposite direction. So if you're laying there and you got a cat on your stomach, whatever, their energy is balancing your energy. That's why cats are such natural healers for humans. So not really the crazy cat lady, are they? Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Aquarius, be you. We need you to be you. You have the snake skin. The snake skin says information, secrets, body language, and senses. Kind of looks like the Caduceus energy, the way they're running around there. So, paying attention to details, being willing to let go of what doesn't work. But this body language, really reading other people's body language and being aware of what's going on. This is information that's going to come to you through your intuition and through how you pay attention. Are you observing what's going on out there? Do you see what people are? It's not just what they say. Remember, we get this confusing energy this week of people not necessarily telling the truth, either on purpose or by accident, but things are not authentic. You're going to have to use all of your senses. You're going to have to be like a cat that's always a little, alert. They look like they're resting, but they aren't missing a thing, right? So pay attention to the details. Know when it's time to make a move and when it's safe to stay where you are. I feel like this energy of being tensed up, but appearing relaxed. Like, I don't want anyone to know I'm tense, but I am definitely ready to move if I need to. That's what it feels like. And so you also have the purification card here. This is the soft, refreshing rain that creates abundance. Getting in touch with your own personal emotions to feed your passion in your dreams, to nurture and grow what is of value to you. Sunflowers have so many seeds; they're so productive, right? So there's this energy and this opportunity to be very productive this week, to give yourself what it is you need, paying attention to the details along the way, and getting ready to release and let go of what doesn't work with that full moon that's coming up on Monday. Really important energy. Let's take a look at what you have here for how to use this Mercury in retrograde. Your intuition is strong anyway. Do you know that? Do you use it? Because if you haven't been using it, step up. because you are being asked to really lean into your own ability to know things. We have the fox, which looks a lot like a cat to me, right? Like they big old ears. They sit there. They seem like they're not really observing. They look relaxed when inside they're ready to spring out at the moment. They're very clever. They know when it's time to make a move for their own self-preservation, right? So you have here, trust your talents in changing times. Rely on yourself, independence. Trust that you have everything you need. This retrograde is happening in the house of you, and it's backing up into your house of spirituality if you are an Aquarius rising. So really tuning in with spirit, using your natural instincts and also your spiritual development to trust your intuition. So instincts and intuition are two different things. Instinct comes from the gut, intuition comes from the third eye and works with the heart space. So both are gifts, both can be used. You have the oracle, wait for important information. Watch, wait, be aware. You'll know when the information comes in. You have be fearless and stand strong, the warrior. Don't be afraid to be who you are. This is interesting. You have the trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Reciprocity. When we give, we receive. And we need to do that in balance. So, does that mean you keep an accounting with every individual person? Well, I did X for you, so you need to do X for me. Or is it more along the lines of, and this is my personal opinion, but I think it works best, I gave away X, Y, and Z this week, so you will receive X, Y, and Z. Will you receive from the same people? Not necessarily. Does that matter? Not normally. In a partnership, business or personal, that becomes a little bit more of a thing, right? As a parent, you give way more to your kids when they're growing up, right? But as adults, you expect that they're going to give back some. Some do, some don't. If they aren't giving it back to you, then you have to give it to yourself to keep things in balance, right? So when stuff like that happens, if you're not receiving enough from somebody, you either find community or friends or whatever that bring in that energy for yourself, but you also need to be able to give to yourself, which means you create the safe, healthy boundaries. Trust your instincts, be the warrior, be fearless, and stand strong. Know where your boundaries are. So over the next 6 weeks or so of this retrograde and clearing the shadow, which doesn't happen really until the end of February, and then Venus will clear her shadow like the first week of March. So really we're talking March. During this time, pay attention to everything that's going on around you. Where are you giving and receiving overall in a balance? Don't be afraid to be who you are and stand up for yourself. But there is a need for you to put some energy in to create abundance. Whether it is putting more energy into a project or a relationship or a job search or a home search or something. But using your intuition, leaning into your intuition, knowing where your boundaries are, will let you know when is the time to leap, to make the choice, to make the change. But you got to put in. It's like priming the pump. When I was growing up, we had a pump, the well, and when the power cut off, then we always had to go down when the power came back on, and we had to pour water into the pump to make the pump start working. We called it priming the pump, so that it would create the balance in the volume of water in the tube, so that it would come up. So you had to prime the pump. Or we also had, yes, we did. In our yard, we had one of those working, those pumps, but you'd have to like put the energy and put the energy and put the energy in order to get the water to start flowing out. But once it started flowing out, you didn't have to keep pumping. It would just flow. So there's something where you're not It feels like, where can you take a look in your life? Where is it that you want to have things start to really kick off in March, where right now you need to be putting the energy into it in order to prime that pump, so that when March comes and the energy is moving forward, you're already going. So look in your life where that is. And it could be anywhere. But it feels like a lot of this is happening in your area of finance and in the house of you. The house of you. So it's very personal. So I have no doubt you already know what it is that you're trying to create. Maybe it's you that needs more nurturing, but there's something that needs a little bit more of your time and attention in order to get things moving. And you have like 6 weeks to figure out how to do that in a nice balanced way. All right, you guys take really good care. I am on Facebook. Hey, if you like this content and you'd like to see more of it, please hit the thumbs up. If you're on an Android phone, you'll need to hit the drop down button, and there you'll find the thumbs up. You'll also find the join button. I have a membership portal here now. It is a way to give back financially to support this channel and the work I do, and I truly appreciate it if you would take a look at that. The first level is really financial support, and I really appreciate that, but I can't encourage you enough to look at the second level. That's where all the extended readings and the meditations and the channelings and all the extra content will be in the second level, and I hope you take a look at that. And you can find me, I think I said this already, but I'm on Facebook every day. I do daily readings over there, and so it's a different energy. It's definitely fun and light, and if you'd like to come over and join us, I'd love to see you there. You guys take really good care of yourself. Figure out where it is you need to prime the pump in order to get the abundance to flow. All right? You guys take good care. Talk to you soon.